brand new collection of contemporary Scottish fiction, because next week, no, this week in fact, is Book Week Scotland. There are great titles, but the one I was particularly drawn to is this one. Picture this: a deadly pandemic which caused the City of London to be completely locked down. Unrealistic, said British publishers in 2005. Could never happen. In 2020, however, Peter May's crime thriller Lockdown was published. The virus in this novel leads to acute respiratory distress syndrome. It starts like pneumonia, but won't respond to antibiotics or antivirals. Steroids are a last resort, but unlikely to stop the progressive inflammation. Sound familiar? Against a backdrop of boarded up shops, burned out buildings, wrecked vehicles and army checkpoints, where soldiers wielding semi-automatic rifles glare out from behind masks and reach for official papers with latex gloved hands, Detective Inspector Jack McNeill investigates a grisly crime. At the site where construction workers are building a much-needed temporary hospital, a hold-all is found. It wasn't there the day before, and we're not digging holes for people to dump their rubbish, complains a grumpy builder. But his annoyance turns to horror when he opens the bag and sees what's inside. The bag contains human bones, including a skull, and from their size, it's evident that they are the bones of a child. Detective Inspector McNeill's life is not going well anyway. He's separated from his wife and child, living in a room in a building populated by other misfits and drinking too much whiskey. He's just handed in his resignation to the police force, and this investigation takes place on what would be his last day with the Met. Which is to be feared most, the virus or the human killer at large in the city?